Welcome back to Kevin's European Garage, and today I'm going to be changing out the battery on this 2014 Mini Cooper Countryman S All 4. Hey everybody, it's winter time, and you know what happens in winter? Batteries go dead. So this one hasn't died yet, but the cranking is really slow on the car. So I'm going to change out this battery. And the first step that we're going to do is we got to remove this wiper arm. Hopefully it just comes right off. Sometimes when these things are pressed on there, they're a little difficult and you kind of have to use a puller, but hopefully this won't be the case with this one. Okay, so this is a 15mm nut, so we got a 15mm socket. Let's see if this thing just comes right off. Oh, look at that, came right off, nice and easy. We're going to pull back the weather stripping. Throw away the debris. All right. Next, we got these two 10mm screws, or nuts, I mean. And now we should have access to pull this panel off. You can see over here you got a couple clips. Now the next thing is we're going to disconnect the terminals on the battery. Okay, but before we finally remove the battery, what I did over here is I plugged in one of those battery savers so I can save all the memory on the computer. And it just makes it easier. You don't have to reset your presets on your radio. You don't have to pair your phone again. So I just used a jump box that I had. It's just a 12-volt outlet, plugs right in there. You connect the other half to the OBD2 port, which is located on the left side underneath the dash over here. So this thing should keep all the presets and everything in the memory all alive while doing this, so you don't have to worry about starting all over again. And then you can pick these things up from the store, Amazon, anything. They're only like 25 bucks. So because I don't want this thing to be sitting on that memory saver for too long, God knows if it's gonna work or not, but right down over here is where the battery bracket to hold this thing down is. And it's a 10mm screw, and it's right down here. Let's see if I can get a light down in here. Maybe you can see it. It's hard to see, but it's right down over there. There we go. All right, so that's the bracket that holds down the battery. Okay, next we're going to disconnect the battery terminals. And because I have the battery saver on there, that means these things are going to still be live after I've disconnected and move these things out of the way. So what that means is that we have to do something to keep it from touching anything. And what I got are these gloves. So I'm going to pull these things off and I'm going to put the ends inside the glove, and that will keep it from rubbing up against anything. And always disconnect the negative first. That should keep that thing from sparking and doing anything that we don't want it to do. It's time to lift the battery out, and I wish these things were light, but they're not. And pull it out. And that was the original BMW battery from way back in the day. It's amazing that it lasted this long. When the new battery goes down, it has to go in, down. It's got to slide back, and you can see this bracket that the battery goes under right over here to lock it in place. And then here's your vent tube on it, which I forgot to show you the disconnect. And you come over here to the battery, and this is the vent tube, and this will have to get swapped from this battery to the next battery, literal BMW battery. And this is what I'm going to replace it with, which is the H6 760 crank. And on the side, here's the vent. Okay, so now it's time to put in the new battery. Just be careful, these things are heavy. Try not to hurt yourself. All right, so that's in. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to start connecting up the terminals. Let's pull off our battery. Terminal cover. Let's put this thing back on here. Let's tighten this up. Remember, positive first. All right, and now the negative. All right, that's nice and tight. Let's go get the vent tube connected. Let's just connect it up here. All right, vent tube. Here's the bracket. I'm using a magnet, so I can kind of get it down there. So now you can probably see it where it's down inside there. It takes a little bit of moving around to get the bracket in there. You kind of got to slide the lip underneath the in the front towards the battery in first, and then put in the screw, and then now you can screw it down. Take it down. And that's nice and tight in there. All right, the next thing is to put the cover back on. It goes like that, no problem. You can get it through. There it goes. Yeah. All right, so put the tabs down in the front first. Then push down over here. Put our cover back on here. Next to 2 nuts over here. Next to wiper arm. That's a 15mm nut right there. Make sure you have equal gap all the way around it. And the cover. And finally, your weather stripping. And that's the mechanical portion of it. Now let's go inside and make sure that that battery saver worked, and hopefully all the presets on the radio and everything is still there. All right, now I'm gonna take out that battery saver. This is the one I used. And just like advertised, the battery saver, it worked. It saved all the presets inside here, so the phone should be all set up in here too. Now the last thing that's left is to program the battery. This is a BMW, so it has to get programmed. And I'm not gonna really go into too much depth on doing it because based on which scan tool you have, there's so many different scan tools out there. The procedures are gonna be slightly different. So just know that you're gonna have to program this thing in order for this thing to work properly. You don't want the alternator to overcharge this battery and then potentially cause problems. So you're gonna have to change it. You can spend anywhere from $120 to thousands of dollars on scan tools that can do this. So, but like I said, I'm not gonna cover it. Maybe just a little bit of the scan tool that I'm using, which is a little bit more of the higher end one. So it's not gonna be something everyone's gonna use, but it is a, nonetheless, it has to get programmed. Scan tool that I'm using is the AutoFix by Autel, or powered by Autel, how they want to put it. It's got a wireless USB adapter that you plug into the OBD2 port, so you don't have to be inside the car to do this. You can be outside like this, and it just connects up through Bluetooth. So I went through the whole setup. I acquired the VIN and went in, and now I'm going to register the battery exchange. We're going to register the battery replacement. Same capacity. So now that the battery was registered, it shows all the information on it. So thanks for watching Kevin's European Garage. Don't forget to like this video. If most of you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It really helps out with the algorithms and it helps me get out front. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.